Hey guys, welcome back to Sweet Creek Thrift. If you're new here, my name is Candy and welcome to my mess. I am in the middle of redoing my office, so this isn't my normal place, but this is where I'm sitting today. So I am actually going to be sharing with you guys what sold in basically the last week of June and then my month-end totals for the month of June. This isn't my normal setup, like I said. This is yeah, it's just a mess. I got my boxes back here. I've got a bunch of stuff from my office, and my office is being renovated. We did finish texturing it, and I'm getting ready to paint. It's a lot of work, so we're getting there. So I'm kind of at this Jimmy rig desk that I have going in this room. So yeah, it is what it is. But I do have about 30, I don't know, 15 to 20 items, not quite 20, of things that sold, and this is from the dates of about June 23rd until June 28th, so basically the last week of June. And this time I just did all my Poshmark orders in a row, and then I did all my eBay orders in a row, so that's how I'm gonna just share with you. And I'll go through Poshmark and then eBay just individually. Normally I like to go by the date, then go back and forth between Poshmark and eBay, but I'm just gonna do it this way this time. But I'm gonna share with you guys what I sold, how much I sold it for, when I got it, how much I paid for it, all the good details. So how long it took to sell, and that way if it will help you out in your reselling business. I know it's nice to see what's currently selling on the market. So this item is the first one, and it is by Tahari, and I think it's the Arthur, let me go to the logo here. So Tahari and Arthur S. Levine, and I did put, it was a safari kind of style dress. That's what it looked like to me. So I did dress size 8, safari beige button up Tahiti khaki bamboo accent. So it has these cute little bamboo belt loops, and when I did see some I tried to Google Lens it to find a stock photo just to kind of see if I could find out what the name or the style name is. I did see a dress. This dress had originally come with a matching belt, but I did not find the belt. It didn't come with it, so that was pretty sad. But I did get this to sell, so I picked this up at Goodwill on April 19th this year, and I paid $3.30. I'm pretty sure it was a half price item, and I posted it on May 28th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark on June 23rd for $25. So really it just took 3 weeks and it sold. And it sold for the $25. I made a profit of $16.70. So I thought that was a pretty quick flip, and I was happy to see it go. This one took a while to sell, but it's a Michael Jordan, and it's the Air Metallic Emblem Wrap Utility Cargo Skirt, and it was a size XL, or XS, excuse me, extra small. And so I did find that picture, and that picture. And so I did take all of those pictures, and then, I added, of course, all my own pictures as well. This was in excellent condition. There was nothing wrong with it. And that little Air Jordan logo was out of a metallic material. It was pretty cool. I thought it was a cute dress. I did get this originally at Uptown Cheapskate. It was on February 17th of 2024, and they had a bag sale. And so everything that I could fit into one bag, and the bag was $25. So I could fit in, this particular item, the average cost per item was $1. So I had 25 items per bag, basically. So I thought that was a pretty good cost of goods. And I thought it was a fun skirt, being the whole Air Jordan. I just thought at some point somebody would find it and want it, and it just took a while. So I posted it March 11th of 2024 to Poshmark and eBay, and it finally sold on Poshmark June 24th, and it sold for $29. So I did earn $22.20, and I did take I did go down and send offers. So I was Like I had it priced higher, then I had it priced lower, and I like reposted it. So I was doing all the things trying to get it to sell. It just took a while. It just had to find the right buyer. And then the next item is the Bukowski Bears Foxy the Fox 12-inch plush stuffed toy, and a, you know, animal and patchwork. And I saw him at the store, and he was, you know, the price for the stuffies are pretty low. So I looked him up because he had the logo right here on his foot. And so I thought, well, let's go ahead and look this guy up. So I did Google Lens him. And they do sell some like larger versions of this guy. And then they have a line of other, and they're like baby toys. So they're like soft toys for babies. And I just thought it was really cute. So I decided to pick it up because it was in pretty good condition, really excellent condition. And I only paid $1.39, and I bought it April 13th of this year at Goodwill. And I posted it on May 5th to Poshmark. And I posted it on May 2nd on eBay. I'm not sure why I did on 2 different days, but, and then I sold it on Poshmark June 24th, and I only sold it for $12, and I think when I first posted it, I had gone on the Bukowski Bears website, and they didn't have any for sale. They were out of stock, but since I had gone to their website, like I started getting their emails. And then an email came through not long ago that said they had restocked it. So I just took an offer because I didn't want to like sit on it forever. And they were selling them on the website again. So yeah, I only earned $7.66, but I'm glad that it went off to a new home. And it sold pretty quick. And then the next item to sell is this set of Madame Alexander McDonald's toys. And they're the little 5-inch dolls, and I had a lot of 10 of them. Now, they were not all in good condition, and I did make notes of that. I think I did say flawed C photos, missing one hand, and damaged. So, like, I did put those in the notes because I think a dog might have chewed off the hand of one of them. But it did have this guy, which is a pretty cool one. And not all of them have the little, like... There's the one that's missing the hand, and see here I took a picture of the hand to say, by the way, this guy's like missing a hand. But yeah, it still sold as a lot. I was pretty happy to see it go. I probably wouldn't pick those up ever again, but I had been at a flea market when I found them, and I thought I'd seen somewhere where somebody had talked about them and that they were a good flip. So I picked them up because I paid about $1. No, I paid a little less than $1 per doll. So I paid $8 for the whole set. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't pay that again. But if I were to find like them thrown in the bins, the Goodwill bins, then I might throw it in my cart because it's super lightweight. And then when you stack up a bunch of them and then just sell them as a lot, I can see that being a good idea. So I posted these to Poshmark and eBay on December 18th last year, 24, and I sold it June 26th for $15, and I earned a profit of $4, and that's because of that like really high cost of goods. The next item is this vintage wood wall decor for a little girl's bedroom, and I put bows and lace with jam on her face, which is what it kind of says as a girl is, and then bows and lace with jam on her face. And I found this at Goodwill. I thought it was really kind of cute. And I know, like, I've been watching a lot of, like, TikTokers that I follow. And a lot of people are posting about the cute little, like, vintagey, those, like, brown wood with the little hearts. And they're, like, little, like, old-fashioned decor for, like, houses and rooms and stuff. And it just feels very girly to me, the heart ones. So I thought this kind of goes with that like vibe. So I thought maybe somebody could, and I even put in the notes, I think, that it could possibly be made into like a little cute charcuterie board, because it's the right size for a charcuterie board. And so like you could take that little like hook off the back and then put some handles on it, and I think it would be really cute, like as like a little girl's themed one. But anyways, or it could just be a really cute wall hanging for a little girl. Somebody that likes the vintage aesthetic, I think, would be the perfect person. So I was just surprised. I got it for 75 cents. It was half price, and I went ahead and picked it up because why not? And so I picked it up on April 26th this year, and it sold on, well, I posted it on May 29th to Poshmark and eBay. Oh, wait. Okay, I posted it on Poshmark on May 29th, but I did post it on eBay April 29th. So maybe I wrote that wrong. I don't know. But it did sell June 27th on Poshmark, and I sold it for $14, and I made a profit of $10.30. So for what it was, I was happy for the $10 profit. I was really happy to see it sell really quick. Like, I didn't think it was going to sell that fast. And then the next item is Vuori, and it's these men's XL cape swim trunks, blue volley shorts, and I put multi-palm for like the palm leaf pattern, and there's the logo, and it had the inside tag, which was really great. And then, yeah, there's some more pictures of that one. So this item I picked up at Goodwill on March 5th, and it was the first day I had ever found Vuori, and I think I found 3 Vuori items that day, which was pretty cool, actually. So I paid $4, and I posted it on March 27th, both to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark on June 28th, and I took an offer for $25, and that gave me a profit of $16. But it sat for a little while, which is why I went ahead and took the offer, because it was posted for 3 months. And so I decided, now that we're like into the end of June going into July, I didn't want to sit on it going into fall. So I went ahead and just took the offer. And then the next item is NFL Team Apparel New England Patriots blue t-shirt. And then I put tee and short sleeve, size XL. And so there's what it looks like. Just a basic blue NFL branded t-shirt. And so this item I picked up at the Goodwill bins on November 10th of 2023. So this one I've had for a while. My average cost that day was $1.27, and I posted it on December 1st of 23 to Poshmark and eBay. It finally sold June 28th of 25. So it literally took a year and a half to sell. And it sold for $15 on Poshmark, and I made a profit of $10.73. The next item is this North Face jacket. It's like a put sweatshirt, women's small Campshire Aztec pullover hoodie Sherpa. And it had the fun pattern going on, the fun colors. It is, I think, slightly rare to find this one, so I think that helped it sell. The North Face, it was in okay condition. It was in good condition. It wasn't in excellent condition. I would say good condition. Overall, it still had a lot of life left. You could just see like that, you know, there's a little bit of wear to the jacket. It's been worn and washed, you know, some. So, but it had the cute little arm patches, the elbow patches, I mean. So it was a really nice, I think, fun one for somebody going into like the fall season. And I picked this up at Goodwill March 28th, and I paid $6.59. I posted it April 11th to Poshmark and eBay. So it took about a month, 2 months and 2.5 months, I'll just say that. And it sold June 28th for $50, and I made a profit of $33.41. And then now we're on to eBay. So my eBay sales, this one is JM Collection top, women's petite large, black, white, leopard, animal sequin V-neck. And there's the little like, oops, there's the logo, so you can see what that looks like. And it is 100% cotton, I can see that right there. And it was just a fun like pullover. And this one I wouldn't have just picked up, but I did get this from a donation. So I went ahead and posted it. So I had $0 invested, and I posted it September 20th of 24 last year, and it sold on eBay June 23rd for $15, and I made a profit of $10.55. The next item is Antonio Milani pencil skirt, size 0. Hot pink, solid lined, Barbiecore, and business. So those were the keywords that I put on there. It had a nice like cut along the waist. I like the way that this is kind of like a V stitched look, but it was a really thin, oh, and the back had the little like bullet darts, just to really give it that like tailored appearance. And so I thought that was really nice. And it was definitely that bright bubblegum pink color. So very Barbie core. And there's the logo, there's the size 0. So I didn't, and it was lined and everything. It was very nice condition. I did get this at the St. Vincent de Paul on April 2nd, and I paid $3.75, and I posted it May 5th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on eBay June 24th. It sold for $18.99, and I made a profit of $11.48. And I just realized I passed one, and I passed one because I posted it on eBay, and it was, here, I'm going to share with you guys a screenshot. I can't show it on the eBay screen like this because I got, I guess, was it a violation? They took it off. But it sold so fast that it was already shipped before they gave me a violation. And so they let it go through, and they still gave me my money. Like, I thought that was kind of interesting. So I'm going to put up another little screenshot here so you guys can see what it looked like. But this was the Dreamland baby. And here's the thing. I've done a little bit of research now that I got the violation for doing this. I had looked it up, and it was selling really well, like on eBay, and I had looked it up by the name, so it didn't, I wasn't like paying attention to categories. And so I had picked it up at a little thrift store. I put Spanish thrift because it was a really cute Spanish lady. I need to look up the name of her store. I don't know what it's called, so until I can go back and like, or look on, I should just look on Google. I don't know if it's, she's been there for a long time though, she said. So anyways, I'll have to find the correct name of her store, but it's downtown where I was at. And so I had picked it up at her store. I paid $2.33 per item there. I kind of did what I did with the bins because I paid cash, and she just like everything that I put in, and she was like, oh, those are the racks outside were $1, and then like everything inside, and she started raising the prices and then like making up prices, and nothing was labeled. So at that point I just went with what I paid and divided it across all the items, so that way it would make more sense in my mind, because I really didn't have exact prices for any of them. But this item I picked up there, and so I had an average cost of $2.33 per item that day. So that's how much I had invested. I picked it up on May 14th, and it's this Dreamland baby, size 0 to 6 months, blue sleep sack, weighted blanket. So like all of the little like sections are weighted, which I guess that they have started pulling these from shelves because at a lot of stores, eBay included, will no longer allow you to sell it because it can, and does not mean that it does, but it can cause sudden infant death syndrome. So that is a really good understanding of why they don't sell it anymore. So essentially it's been taken off the market, and so now I think that's why you cannot just go to the store and buy these items. So people would go to a secondhand market to pick it up. I think you can still sell them on Mercari, but I'm not on Mercari right now, although I'm thinking about rejoining Mercari because I'm thinking about getting a cross-listing service next month. And if I do that, I was debating doing Vendu or I think Nifty. So there's a few of them that I was debating on. So if you guys have like a preference, tell me if you think I shouldn't use one over another and why, because I'm really doing my research and I'm trying to pick the best cross-listing. I do have another platform that I started using for kind of like an AI-generated postings to see if I can get my listings posted faster, which would be very helpful for me. So, especially since I work full-time and I don't have a lot of time to do my reselling. So I am testing that, and I will tell you guys about it in a future video. if I decide to keep it, especially, or I'll just tell you about my experience with it and what I think of it and all of that. But I will tell you about that soon. But in the meantime, I'm thinking about if I can post it with that one to eBay and then cross post it then to, because I don't even put everything on Depop. So if I were, so I really only just do Poshmark and eBay mostly. Every now and then I'll add to Depop something. But if I had a platform that cross posted for me, I would think that it would be easier because then I could post it with, I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out, but I'm trying to make it easier on me. I just wish this new tool that I'm using did cross listing, but maybe eventually they will. But anyways, so yeah, I did sell it and I sold it quickly. I posted it on June 23rd to eBay only, and it sold on June 23rd. And it sold for $59.99, and the person paid $74.15 including shipping. So it was like super quick. Like it sold within a few hours. I earned a profit of $47.84, and it's off to its new home. I don't know that I would ever sell it again, just because I don't know. Like it does come with a risk, and I was living next to a lady that her baby died in the middle of the night. And so I'm so sorry if this is a trigger for some people. But yeah, her baby died in the middle of the night, and I felt so bad because I think her baby was only like 3 months old, and it was very traumatizing because we watched her, you know, right when it had happened, and she was out there crying, and it was rough. So I don't wish that on anybody. So I really don't know that I would sell these baby sleep sacks anymore if I came across them, but there are people still posting them, and they are designed to kind of, it helps the baby sleep better, but honestly it can like push down on them and cause them to not be able to breathe. So I don't, because of the weight, so I don't know that I would wish that on anybody ever. So I don't think I will ever sell one again. It sold so fast that there was no way for me to know and take it down, but I didn't realize that was the reason they weren't posting them. So anyways, it did sell, and it sold very fast. The next item is the H&M tank top, women's large ribbed black trim, basic fitted, and I put athletic just because it gave that vibe. And it kind of was like a really nice fitted, almost, I don't say crop top because it does go down to your waist, but it was just a basic tank. And I picked this up at Goodwill on April 19th, and I paid $2.79. I posted it on Poshmark and eBay on May 26th, and it sold on eBay for $13.49 on June 24th. So I made a profit of $7.83. I don't know that I would pick it up again, but I mean, you can make a little bit off of it. So I mean, I guess it's better than no money. Any money is better than no money, but it is a lot of busy work. So if you're trying to get your like average sales price up, then yeah. The next item is Bandolino women's 3X blue jeggings, denim jeans, pull-on, stretchy waist. And I picked these up, let's see. I picked these up at the Goodwill bins on June 29th, and I paid $2.18. Oh, and it was June 29th last year of 24. I guess I should say that. And I posted it on August 30th of 24 last year. It sold on eBay on June 20. Whoops. I just overwrote this. Goodness gracious. It sold on June 24th of this year for $15. And I earned a profit of $9.29. And then the next item is this Lucky Brand women's size small sleeveless blouse, woven ivory, white, and gray. And I've had this one, I think, since the original donation, actually. So that means I've had it for a long while. And it finally sold. And I don't know why it wouldn't sell. It was really cute. And it was just a nice pullover. It was soft. And it had these fun button details on the front. So this item, yeah, it was from the original donation. I had $0 invested in it. And I posted it way back August of 2021 to Poshmark. And then I added it August 27th of last year, 24, onto eBay, and it sold on eBay June 25th for $7.20. I went ahead and took an offer because it was so long that I was just happy to see somebody make an offer and they could take it. So I made $5.11. And then the next item was another one of the PlayStation games. This one is Ghost Recon Wildlands for PlayStation 4, and we do have, I think, another one because my husband and I were going to play this game together, and we had 2 PlayStations, so we bought 2 of these because in order to play together we had to have 2 games, and we never used them. Like, my husband did use one of them, but one of them never got used. And as I've said in previous videos, we're building computers and we're going to play on computers because the PlayStations, while they just, one stopped working and then the other one was not doing the best. It's for sale, but it's just, the games are too much for them. It like overloads it. So some of the games that we like to play, it wasn't like one of the better ones. So the PlayStation worked great for like some games, but not all games, if that makes sense. So we were just decided to build computers and go that route instead for gaming anyways. So this item came out of our closet. Basically, I had 0 invested, even though I had recently purchased it. But I didn't purchase it to resell it. So I have 0 invested. I posted it on June 16th, and it sold June 26th on eBay. And it sold for $8.99. I made a profit of $6.75. The next item is this pair of Quicksilver board shorts, men's size 33. And it had neon orange and black, zip pocket, tie front as like the terms. And it did have a little bit of stains on it. I have like a tickle in my throat. I keep trying to like, whatever's going on. I think I'm like losing my voice too. It's like my voice is crunchy today. So I have, I just got a text, so I was trying to see what was going on. So I have just sold this item, and I did put in the notes that it had like some like very light staining going on, nothing major. And then here's this. I did just post, interestingly, another exactly, like, it's not orange, but it's exactly this logo on the inside of another pair of board shorts that I recently picked up at the Goodwill bins. So if you're looking for, except it's a size, I think, 34. So if you're looking for a pair of board shorts, I have some and they're not stained. But this one is the orange, and I got it at the Goodwill bins. See, like, I wouldn't pick these up at Goodwill and pay like $4 or $5 for them, but if I'm at the bins, it makes sense. So I picked this up on November 2nd of 24, and I have $2.25 invested, and I posted it to Poshmark and eBay December 5th, and it sold on eBay June 26th for $10.20, and I made a profit of $5.42. And then the very last item for the month that sold is this Alfred Dunner shirt that I just also posted. And this item is a +3X red black pattern short sleeve blouse, and I put office because it would be perfect for like somebody who works in like a business office as like a casual. And it was really cute, very colorful, and the aesthetics I thought was super cute. So that's why I picked it up. I just went off style. I thought somebody out there's gonna really like this. Like, this style is really fun. So I picked it up at Goodwill on May 17th this year, and I paid $4.59, and I posted it June 21st to Poshmark and eBay. It sold on eBay June 28th, so it took 1 week, and it sold for $24.99, and I made a profit of $15.69. And that was my last sale for the month of June. So out of all of the month, we'll go over the totals. So altogether, out of everything that I sold in the month of June, I had invested $131.10. And just keep in mind that some of the items I sold were out of our closets or donated items, so not every item I did pay for. The total gross, which includes eBay shipping and all the sales fees and everything, was $1192.17. Of course, I'm not going to go over the buyer's tax, but I have tax breaking down, and that's from eBay sales. And then I have all the fees that I had to pay to the platforms, Poshmark and eBay, was $208.31. And then all of the shipping, that is from eBay, of course. And then the net profit that I earned after all the fees was $670.16 for the month of June. Now this is a little bit lower than the last few months where I actually hit my $700 mark. I am working really hard to try to get up to 1,000 and then from there to 2,000. So I am hoping that once my office is done, I will be able to streamline and work more efficiently and faster. So, and that's really my goal, but I've been so preoccupied with like moving stuff around and going over here to do videos and going over here to do pictures and like all of it, and like steaming's out there and like taking pictures is over here. But once I get my office done, it's just going to streamline things and I'll have all my stuff back in one space. So it will be a lot easier for me to do everything I need to do in one space. So, and I will be able to work faster and that means I can post more and hopefully make more sales. So that's kind of the goal, but it's just a process and I'm getting there. So anyways, that's it for this video, you guys, and I hope that y'all had a good month of June, and let me know how you did in the comments below, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.